Aloha, Skyra. I'm wondering how many of you have been on the awakening journey for a while. Like, was it a spontaneous awakening that just all of a sudden, bam, your whole life shifted and you broke through the veil of illusion? Or has it been a slow process? A slow process of starting to see through maybe the government or the pharmaceutical industry, or you've always known that something about the church didn't feel right, or you have left the church, or you don't want to be part of society, or you don't know what to do. Maybe you've gotten sick and you have found that you're always taking his medications and nothing ever changes because it's just like a sick care system. So that starts your awakening, which is where mine started, but it was actually something for me that was since childhood, that I woke up, I was born awake, but then I shut down in my teens, because of childhood trauma, addictions, and feelings of, like many who come here who are what we consider star seeds, or we are from the angelic races, or we remember past lives. We remember that we know that this isn't all there is. That we didn't just come to this planet to be born here and then leave and that's it. That's all there is to existence. We know that way beyond that. We understand that there's a spiritual dimension to this reality, to this frequency that we're living in, this on this earth. And so, however you came to your awakening, that's what I'm going to talk about today, just a little bit. And by the way, I go by Skyra. The new name of this channel is Sovereign Vision Temple, and I am going to have a live on 11/11 to do the official launch of this channel, and I'm going to speak about what Sovereign Vision Temple is, what it means, where did it come from, and it's more about what I've been talking about on this channel about the inner healing process, becoming self-responsibility, sovereign, inner freedom, if those words mean anything, overcoming our addictions, overcoming our traumas, and then moving into understanding energetic frequency and the solutions and resources for those of us who are on the awakening path, that those of us who are here to bring light and spread light and bring light to overcome, not overcome, just to remember to bring back the light, because we're living on a planet of duality. So we're always going to be experiencing right now in this frequency that we're living on, as people are living in a 3D, a very physical dimension. We have the fourth dimension that people are waking up to the illusion that they are seeing through the veil. They're seeing that we're living in some kind of a simulation, which I will explain further down in my channel about. Like, people are wondering, what is that? How does that work? It doesn't make sense. And where did all this start? Where did all this control, who are these evil people? Who are these people? So that was what my journey this last couple years, I would say since 2020, has taken me deep into integrating and understanding and putting the puzzle pieces together, so that the wisdom kept showing up in different places. And I would just get random information from different beings that were here in my path that would show me different, more puzzle pieces to put together so that it made sense. And then like when somebody says something, or you have a knowing. It's an inner knowing. It's not a knowing in your brain like a logical thing. It's an inner intuitive, like a body feeling. And that's how we really know truth and wisdom. And so this channel is going to be about moving out of 4D, and how do we move into the 5th dimension, which is just a frequency. It's nothing to do with we're better than anybody. It's a unity frequency. It's a Christ consciousness. It is unity consciousness. It's about consciousness. It's about understanding beyond religious structures, governments, and knowing how we truly are sovereign and free. We just need to remember. And the way to get there is literally by learning to shift our frequency and to move out of the programs that have been placed in our DNA, structures of negativity, of amnesia and disempowerment, into full empowerment. And so that we no longer allow anything from the outside to tell us who we are or to control us, except for our Creator, because we are one with the Creator. We are made in the image of our Creator. That's spoken. There's many truths in the Bible, many truths that Jesus came to bring light to. Jesus was a light being. He walked in love, but he also wasn't afraid to be angry, and he wasn't afraid to speak truth when there was something he was witnessing that he knows wasn't in alignment with the highest good for all. And this isn't just about Jesus. This is about the fact that Jesus has been turned into a figure for religious churches and to use. And this is not here to bash churches. It's here to see that if people could understand the duality of words and the duality of meanings and the dualities, but also to see through the illusions of what we've been told to believe and what has been written in the written word, and where it's all parables, we can start understanding more about how we are being disempowered and kept in a place of shame and guilt because we're never quite worthy, or we're always waiting for someone to come save us, or until we leave, we must suffer here on this earth until we ascend to heaven. And that's the biggest lie, because this is what the control structures, which is I'm going to talk about more as the channel goes, who these control structures are, which has been revealed to me, probably starting about 2017. And honestly, I've had a real challenge overcoming my fear of being who I am, of speaking about what I know deep inside, intuitively, what's come. But I had to be sure. And not only that, I had to walk through my own journey of ascension and descension and back into ascension to understand on an embodied level. What I speak about isn't coming from something I read or something I learned. It's all of what I'm going to share on this channel is coming from a place of reference, from deep inner standing, from deep wisdom, from experience, and also knowledge. But tapping into the source, that the inner knowing source of who I am. Walking through deep, deep suffering to get to this place. For probably the last 7 years, all I've been doing is training after training after training, and learning and understanding and putting the puzzle pieces together to understand deep about how the holistic part of our body and our soul operates, that we aren't separate from each other. Our physical body is one of just many different bodies, and our physical body is connected to our emotional and mental body state, as well as our spiritual state. So there isn't just one aspect of it, it's many aspects of it. So I had to understand the healing part of that and bringing that back into balance and alignment, and raising my frequency to release traumas and shame and guilt from my past and addictions, and just so much that I have walked through, like many of us have. But I came to share about sovereignty and freedom, and to know that we are directly connected to our source, God Creator. That we are not here to be controlled. We're not here to be manipulated. We already know the truth of who we are. We just have amnesia and we forgot. And those of you who are on the awakening journey, that are waking up to see through the illusion, come join the channel. I'm going to speak in so many depths. You are not alone. You belong here. For those of us who are deeply, deeply, deeply connected to the spiritual realm, most of us have experienced in this life and in past lives deep oppression, slavery, abuse, addictions. The root cause being that we felt disconnected from source. But we chose to come to this earth at this time to wake up and to remember who we are. You are sovereign, you're free, and you're already healed. You're already whole. You're already love. So join my channel. I will see you on 11/11 for a deeper talk of Sovereign Vision Temple and what it's about and what am I bringing to this channel. But I just wanted to pop on and get comfortable speaking on camera again because that's been one of my big things. You know, it's like about authenticity. And I went through a huge integration process of my own these last 9 months, deep into the depths of some real pain that has been lifetimes, and to transmute it, to overcome. And so know that you're not alone. You know, those of us who are spiritual or who are awakened aren't free from our own suffering unless we choose to be. and well, we will be free of our suffering as soon as we are able to move through those feelings of suffering, and it goes deeper and deeper into different levels. So I feel that at this point it's really close for me to be fully integrated into who I am without the illusions of that suffering of shame and guilt that's so prominent in so many women, which I will speak about as well. So anyway, if you have tuned into this video today, thank you, and I invite you to subscribe and like this video so that others will hear more. And if you are interested in knowing more about beyond the government, beyond religious structures, and to where this really came from, back from other dimensions, that's what we're gonna get into, because I've seen it, it's been revealed, and I can't wait to share it. Aloha.